Hello, YouTube. This is Ziggy now, and welcome to Sports Cards Daily. Today's August 1st, and a lot's going on. NHL drops the puck today and resumes their play. NBA will be tipping off again, like it's 4 or 5 games on. The virtual is in day 4, and Hobby Palooza kicks off day 2. Remember, it's only 40 days to the NFL. Are you playing fantasy football? I'm thinking about that, but I'm hoping there's going to be football right now. Later today, 8 o'clock, the virtual sports card con will take off. Will start its 4th day, and at 1 o'clock today, Hobby Palooza kicks off with a live Q&A with Tops. Should be interesting. Let's go ahead and look at what happened yesterday at the virtual and at Hobby Palooza. First, I have to say that this being the third night of virtual, I thought it was one of the better, actually the best night as far as content. The technical difficulties seemed to be pretty smooth. There was no lags or issues or drops. Overall, it went really well, and they had a lot of great prizes and giveaways tonight. They used random and sorted out and assigned people to breaks, and I thought they did a very good job considering. So they started off with Pat Neshek, who's a pitcher and also has a massive collection of sports cards and specifically baseball autographs. And he talks about his career as a baseball player, and as he was collecting during that time, like he'd go out and talk to players and get them to sign his card, and he has really an amazing collection. So I do recommend checking it out. It was a great interview. Big fan now of Pat, and I think it's to be interesting to follow him, and as he's very active in the hobby now. Pat did a break. eBay sponsored all the breaks last night. They probably I think it was like $15,000 to $20,000 in boxes. Pat here is breaking a box of Tops and pulls there the Otani 1 of 1 Superfractor dual patch auto. Nice card for some lucky person at the virtual. Walked away with that last night. Obviously, they didn't walk away with it yet. It's going to be shipped to them, but really great box. Really great break. It was fun watching this and amazing to see a hit like that. Next, Jeff interviewed Nicole from eBay. I thought this was great. I've always wanted to get eBay's insight. You know, they're a major player in the hobby. I believe they're kind of the lifeblood when you think about the 80s, 90s, and where we are today. One of the biggest differences is liquidity and a globally accepted price guide. I know we had Beckett Guide back in the day, but it really wasn't accepted. It was kind of like everybody talked about it and laughed, right? And it just wasn't global at the time. Today, you got a global market. You have eBay. It's amazing. Nicole mentioned that this in 2020, basketball has taken place as the #1 sports card that they see as far as volume and transactions, up 130% over last year. Both football and baseball are growing as well. Baseball is up 50%, and football is up 47%. But it's just great to get that insight. She also talked about some of the searches they're seeing and gave some great tips about eBay selling. I do recommend taking a look and watching her video. I believe she drops a code or gives you a tip as well. So check out Nicole from eBay. They also had a really good commercial. Again, eBay was the main sponsor. They did a commercial of a gentleman who lost his parents to cancer, and he decided to open up a sports card business. And they decided to use some of the money from his sports card business to give that back to charity. And that's his website right there, is eBay store. Everyday Heroes. I'm a huge fan. Just after watching this video, it's a great warm fuzzy. I hope you guys check it out. And if you're going to be buying in the future on eBay, I hope you'll check out Everyday Heroes first. Next, Jeff had a young man from D's Cards. This young man had been on the channel before. Again, another warm fuzzy story here. I forget this young man's name, but he had fought, I think it was brain cancer, survived, and has been, collecting cards since then, and is basically a dealer at 17. You could tell he was nervous on camera last night, but he did a phenomenal job. It was really great to see. And it just was, again, like I said, a warm, fuzzy moment. After that, Jeff interviewed Tim from COMC. Great interview, great insight. Tim talked about all the growth in the hobby. He talked about all the hiring that they've done at CMOC, future hiring they're doing. It was just really, really, good information. I do recommend listening in. He does give a code for submission that I think works through the end of August, so listen in for that if you get a chance. But again, very valuable, good insight, and I thought it was a well done interview. Lastly, Leighton Sports Cards opened up 3 boxes of basketball that were provided by eBay. One of those being the Spectra box, and what you're looking at there is a gold Zion. That card is numbered to 10. I think it was 5 of 10. So In the breaks last night, you had the Atani, you had this card. Both those cards are huge. And I think you even had like a Pascal RPA out of the National Treasures box. And then if it wasn't enough, after this break, they went to the eBay Instagram page, and from there they gave away another drawing for a full box, a sealed box of NT to one individual. That is unbelievable. So they gave away two NT boxes last night, one in a break, one to an individual. Again, shout out to eBay. Everybody knows who they are, but I think that's really awesome they were able to do that. And thanks Sports Card Investor for putting the event together. It was a great event, a lot of good content. There were also a couple other dealers that were in here. I just didn't feature them in this short video. Hobby Palooza also kicked off yesterday. These guys started at around, I think it was 2 o'clock. I will say I didn't listen to everything. I kind of listened as much as I could in the beginning, and then was in the virtual, and then came back in the evening and listened to some of the videos. So I'm going to highlight what I took away, some of the valuable parts. Panini America, I do recommend watching this video. I'll just let you know, I had a really bad day with Panini yesterday because I couldn't buy a box of Chronicles from them. And I have a sneaky feeling that since their service didn't work, they're probably going to put all those boxes in a Dutch oven and bake us. Now, what I'll just bring out is attention. I did not like the way Panini ran this. They had problems with their web server. They had problems with their chat. I also think it's hilarious. These guys walked in, by the way, with masks on, and they sit down next to each other and they start coughing. You go 10 minutes into the video, and Tracy's coughing to the left, and the other guy here sitting there sniffling. So if Panini ends up closed in a few weeks, it's probably because, well, they might have gotten the COVID. They also they struggled to figure out how to give away boxes. They decided to go with a trivia contest, which I was not a big fan of. In the last trivia contest, Tracy asked the audience, the live chat, to pick a number between 1 and 100. And then he doesn't write the number down, and he doesn't tell the other guy. He just looks at the stream and goes, "Yeah, 7, you're the winner." So it just was less than impressive from Panini, but maybe that's what we should expect. Tops was, I'd say way above. Emily Klass was the guest again. It was a full hour. She was on the virtual earlier in the week. This was a full hour, so we got to know her, got to hear about her softball career. She even shared some of her softball cards with us. Talked about the hobby, talked about Baseball Card Day, which is coming up, I think, August 8th. It was a great interview. And she's going to be back today at 1 o'clock with members of her team, and they'll be doing a live chat. I'll say, too, she was very responsive to questions. Panini really didn't have answers. They would read the question and go, "Yeah, it's a great question. I have to find out." They just didn't seem like they had their act together. Topps definitely outclassed them in this, in my opinion. Other guys, gave their hours. Most of them, I'll tell you, I got a sense of two themes. Number one, baseball focused. I would say all of these guys are baseball card guys, and just long sessions, more of the collector stuff, like sharing their collections, telling you how they collect. So I didn't. Yeah, I listened to some of it. I just didn't get as deep in as I would have. It was also long. And I'll say too, you saw the same faces over and over, right? You saw the same guys who would be in this guy's channel. He would show up later on, and this guy's channel, and then he would show somebody else would show up in this guy's channel. It seemed like the same faces. They did close the night with a Jeopardy game. I thought was pretty cool. They had 3 breakers on, Mojo breaks. I think it was Top Shelf breaks, and I forget the third one. And I thought it was a fun game. Just watching, some of the questions were kind of crazy. I didn't really understand the giveaways, so I didn't really pay attention. But overall, pretty good event. They'll be kicking off again, like I said, at 1 o'clock today. There's their super panel pre-show. So that should be interesting. They're doing an event for the kids as well. So hopefully you enjoy this video. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Would love any comments, feedback. What did you think? What did you enjoy? Did anybody want anything? What do you think about the contests? What do you think about the views? Well, any of your feedback's appreciated. Have a great day. Stay safe and stay healthy.